Salesforce's Agentforce 3 exemplifies the application of agentic AI systems in customer experience, where avatars interact with users dynamically to drive engagement. Developed by Salesforce, this marks a major commercial deployment of AI avatars within enterprise software, specifically focusing on autonomous decision-making and conversational capacity. Separately, Frontier Developments faced backlash and reversed plans to integrate generative AI avatars in Jurassic World Evolution 3, reflecting tensions between technological advancement and fan expectations. Meanwhile, the YouTube channel Unscript explores the potential of avatars in content creation, particularly as generative AI accelerates the production of high-quality, video-based avatars. These developments illustrate both the expanding possibilities and the cultural resistance surrounding avatars in narrative-driven entertainment. A controversial adult content platform that merges AI and OpenAI technology has created avatars of adult content celebrities designed for constant companionship. These AI avatars are marketed as emotionally intimate and adaptive, promoting the idea of sensual AI companions that learn from interactions and never log off. Branded as a love child between OnlyFans and OpenAI, the platform's creators receive an 80% revenue share, showcasing the monetization strategy behind synthetic companionship. This case underlines how virtual beings are entering commercial adult entertainment spaces with AI-generated intimacy as a key feature. The Fashion Innovation Agency, FIA, at the London College of Fashion launched a 3D volumetric capture service for digital-first fashion brands. This service allows for the creation of high-resolution digital doubles, enhancing avatar realism in virtual environments and fashion showrooms. This innovation caters directly to the digital fashion ecosystem where avatars model clothing and users interact in immersive virtual spaces. The technology aligns with growing trends in personalized digital identities and avatar-based retail experiences. Animoca Brands partnered with Cross the Ages to support the launch of Arise, a multiplayer blockchain role-playing game that uses avatars as central gameplay elements. Players engage through customizable avatars within a blockchain infrastructure, enabling ownership of digital assets. Additionally, the Deadfellas NFT ecosystem continues expanding its avatar system, allowing users to create and customize characters with interoperability across metaverse platforms. These cases reflect the convergence of avatars, gaming, and blockchain technologies as part of a broader Web3 movement. The rise of AI companions is highlighted by consumer tech startups and media coverage noting a trend of people substituting human relationships with AI entities. These AI companions, often presented as avatars, are increasingly integrated into social networking and dating platforms. Companies are leveraging adaptive, memory-based interaction models to simulate meaningful companionship, especially in emotionally intimate or supportive roles. The platforms appeal to users seeking consistent digital presence, with startups framing AI companions as an evolution in personal relationships and social technology. A report from Precedence Research projects the AI avatar market to reach $118.55 billion by 2034, largely driven by telemedicine, e-learning, and financial advisory services. In these sectors, avatars act as front-end interfaces, supporting patient interaction, delivering therapy, and conveying information. Health ATMs, such as the one launched at CAPGI, also integrate avatar-based interaction to improve user experience. These examples showcase avatars as trusted, interactive agents in digital health, merging AI, accessibility, and patient-centered design. Griefbots are a developing class of AI-powered avatars that simulate deceased individuals' voices, images, and personalities. Studies cited in Science News Explorers and Business Post address the ethical implications of digital resurrection, including potential emotional manipulation and consent issues. These synthetic characters, or post-mortem avatars, raise broader concerns about memory, identity, and agency in digital immortality. As griefbots gain traction, they exemplify how virtual beings intersect with mourning, remembrance, and the ethics of artificial life simulation. One prominent example of virtual beings in marketing is the digital human Maya, introduced as a virtual shopping assistant. Presented in a YouTube video, Maya is described as a digital human capable of remembering user preferences to support smart shopping, aligning with roles such as personal AI agents. Maya demonstrates how generative AI and 3D avatars can be combined to create interactive consumer experiences within e-commerce, illustrating a growing trend of using synthetic characters to personalize retail engagement. Multiple Reddit communities discuss and share personalized avatars, indicating ongoing public engagement with avatar customization in platforms like Roblox and various niche subcultures. These grassroots examples show how users co-create digital identity through simplified avatars and aesthetic styles, though these tend to focus more on expression than functional AI-driven behavior. On the commercial side, the product designer role at Genies, listed on GameJobs.co, reveals that Genies is developing AI avatars called Parties, aimed at reshaping digital identity through intuitive design. This confirms the entertainment industry's investment in avatar-based experiences blending AI functionality with user interface innovation. In a Medium post titled Humanizing AI for Research, digital humans are discussed as AI research assistants. These digital humans perform tasks such as data gathering, summarization, and recommendation generation. This points to enterprise applications where virtual beings function as productivity tools, streamlining workflows and integrating with knowledge-based work environments. These roles reflect the shift from static virtual characters to interactive AI collaborators in professional settings. Meta-human characters featured on Fab.com and the Unreal Engine forums illustrate use cases in game development and virtual production. Examples include a pirate outfit asset for meta-human avatars and technical support posts discussing facial rigging for animated digital humans. This underscores how Epic Games' meta-human platform is being adopted in virtual character design pipelines, enabling developers and artists to build expressive, realistic avatars for use in games and interactive media. Additionally, the OOD Digital Human Studio on ArtStation showcases photorealistic digital human development by Drive. David OOD, reflecting an artistic and technological focus on realism and fidelity for game or cinematic use. VTubers are heavily featured in TikTok videos, where users engage with and promote virtual influencers through interactive formats, such as model comparisons, fan-driven storytelling, and social commentary. These examples point to a vibrant participatory culture where digital personas are co-constructed by creators and their audiences. This reflects a social dynamic unique to virtual beings, blending entertainment, identity play, and fandom into new forms of cultural production. A study listed on ResearchGate examined how avatars behave similarly to the participants who instructed them, noting that avatar earnings correlated with participant behavior. Spearman Rho equals 0.53, P equals 0.008. This research highlights the use of avatars as behavioral proxies in experimental psychology and economics. Another ResearchGate entry explores the evolution of avatar creation methods and their customization, suggesting practical applications in user modeling and interface personalization. Digital clones were the subject of a Social Media Examiner article and a podcast interview with Brandon Cooper on Detroit is Different. Cooper's startup Aphid develops digital clones powered by autonomous AI agents capable of replicating human tasks. These clones are framed as tools for creators, especially from marginalized communities, to scale their digital presence and productivity. This highlights a growing intersection of synthetic characters with labor and identity politics, particularly in how AI is positioned to augment or represent individuals. Neural Makatingu Kabachichi Geisha released the Neural Bacharu Human Rabo Jakudo specifically for use in advertising videos. As part of the project, they generated an AI avatar named Mako Niura, who represents a digital human developed for promotional content. This project is positioned within the context of leveraging virtual beings for commercial media and showcases the integration of AI avatars into video advertising strategies in Japan. In China, Baidu collaborated with well-known internet personality Luo Yonghao to create and deploy an AI-generated digital human version of him for livestream e-commerce. The virtual replica hosted its first livestream on Baidu's e-commerce platform, drawing 13 million viewers and generating 55 million Chinese yuan, approximately $10.5 million in gross merchandise value, GMV, exceeding the performance of traditional human livestreams. This case demonstrates the commercial viability and audience receptivity to virtual humans in online sales and retail marketing. Furthermore, the success has sparked interest in the future use of AI digital humans in the e-commerce sector as scalable alternatives to human influencers. Additional related developments include the growing adoption of AI virtual humans in Chinese livestream ecosystems, particularly during large promotional campaigns like 618, where the Luo Yonghao and Zhu Xiaomu digital avatars headlined a 7-hour session on Baidu Youxuan, achieving faster and higher sales than their human counterparts. Reports confirm that by 2023, digital human-led commerce had become a key driver of market-scale expansion in China's virtual being economy. According to a 2024 industry white paper by iResearch, the field of AI digital human interaction has matured from a conceptual stage into active implementation, becoming an essential domain in human-computer interaction. The top 3 companies leading this sector in 2025 were identified as Xiaoyu Technology, Xiaovoice, and iFlyTech, each recognized for their technological innovations and deployment of digital human interfaces. These companies have developed platforms and services enabling more naturalistic interaction between AI avatars and users across various enterprise applications, demonstrating a growing demand for AI-mediated communication tools in business environments. In the city of Labin, Guangxi, virtual news anchors such as the AI figure, Qingyang, are now used in news reporting across various television programs. These virtual hosts display realistic facial expressions, tone, and pacing comparable to human anchors and are capable of handling diverse broadcasting formats. This development illustrates how AI-generated virtual beings are being adopted in traditional media, enhancing content delivery while reducing reliance on human presenters. At Jinan Vocational College in Shandong Province, AI digital humans are being used to assist students with interview preparation and job readiness training. Through interactive sessions, students can engage with the AI figures to simulate job interviews, refine their responses, and gain feedback. This application showcases the role of virtual beings in personalized career support and vocational education, especially in helping graduates navigate competitive employment landscapes. In a legal context in the United States, a digital avatar of a deceased individual named Chris was created by his sister Stacy Wells and her husband using personal photos and recordings. This digital avatar was presented in court to offer testimony, marking a notable case of posthumous digital representation. It highlights a novel use of virtual beings in legal proceedings and bereavement-related applications, where avatars serve as proxies for those no longer alive. This case contributes to ongoing ethical debates about identity, memory, and the rights of the deceased in AI-mediated environments. On platforms like Douyin, users are increasingly engaging through virtual identities and avatars in a social capacity. Rather than relying on text-based interaction, young users create and personalize avatars to express themselves in visually immersive ways, utilizing virtual characters to form connections and participate in shared experiences. The app Reality, with over 20 million downloads globally and 70% of its user base located outside China, enables users to create customized avatars on their smartphones, participate in live streams, interact socially, and monetize their activities. This trend indicates a global cultural shift toward avatar-based communication and entertainment, where virtual beings mediate personal identity and community engagement. The dissertation Virtual Influencer Marketing: Opportunities, Challenges, and Ethical Implications in Consumer Brand Engagement by SLT Moritzen, 2025, investigates the growing field of virtual influencer marketing and its implications for consumer engagement. It critically analyzes the ethical and practical challenges of virtual influencers, computer-generated characters designed for social media brand promotions, focusing particularly on issues of transparency and authorship. The study questions who bears responsibility for a virtual influencer's actions, the digital persona itself or the creator behind it. Moritzen identifies the importance of understanding audience perceptions of authenticity and intent, noting that these perceptions shape trust and purchase behavior. The paper also contributes to a growing body of academic literature by framing virtual influencers, not just as marketing tools but as agents embedded in ethical, technological, and regulatory environments that influence consumer brand interactions. The empirical study examining the influence of avatar distinctiveness on consumers' purchase intention by Y. Xu, R. Wang, and J. Chin, 2025, explores how avatars are used in live streaming, entertainment, and education, with a focus on their commercial impact. The study investigates how the distinctiveness of an avatar, defined by visual uniqueness and personal identity, affects consumer behavior, particularly purchase intention. The researchers conducted quantitative experiments to determine that unique and recognizable avatar designs enhance user engagement and brand association. This research positions avatars as central tools in digital branding strategies and suggests that design choices in virtual characters can tangibly influence business outcomes in competitive digital environments. In the Evolution of Business Models in China's Online Live Streaming Platforms by S. Mao, 2025, digital humans and avatars play a significant role in the transformation of the online live streaming industry. The study outlines how these platforms, initially centered around entertainment, have diversified into broader commercial ecosystems where virtual hosts and synthetic characters participate in marketing, product endorsements, and monetized interactions. By tracing the shift from human streamers to hybrid or fully virtual presenters, the paper details how AI-driven avatars are increasingly employed to maintain constant engagement, reduce human labor costs, and expand creative possibilities. It also highlights the integration of virtual characters into platform algorithms to optimize viewer retention and monetization strategies. The paper Trend of Owning the Intangible: The Mediating Role of Psychological Ownership in Cultural Consumption Within Blockchain Ecosystems by K. Shui, X. Liu, and B. Wang, 2025, indirectly addresses virtual beings in its discussion of digital culture and intangible assets. While the primary focus is on psychological ownership and blockchain-based cultural products, the study includes synthetic identities and avatars as part of virtual collections that users feel emotionally attached to. These avatars function as digital proxies or representations in cultural environments, serving as both assets and experiential agents in the consumption of heritage, art, and entertainment. The paper emphasizes how the integration of blockchain and virtual representations enables new forms of identity expression and ownership in digital cultural contexts.